TerraSpaces. Hello and welcome to The Ether. Today is Friday, November 18th, 2022. Today on The Ether, part 2 of the two-part RAC FM Cosmospaces official Honorary Council launch party. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, you're totally right. I guess I wanted to follow up and kind of propose like a small solution that we saw at Kujira, right? So I pinned the tweet, right? And you see that initially, Danku, who is a famous YouTuber who is onboarding a lot of people on the Kujira blockchain, had, if you look at this post, right, he had about like 15% of voting power. And they adopted this UI where the top validators, they're in red, right? It looks like, don't delegate to them. It's the red zone. It's a bad thing to do. And now Danku is like at 7 or 8%. I don't remember. So he lost half his voting power just through education and a simple change in UI. And that made like a massive difference. No need to expand the active set. No need to, limit, cap the voting or something like that, or cap the amount that you can stake with a certain validator. None of that is needed. It's just a little bit of education and a change of UI. And this is what the result they got at that blockchain. So I thought it was a really neat idea.
Great point there, but nobody's going to fucking do it, bro. Nobody gives a fuck. They are all fucking greedy, dude.
I mean, you can say that, but look, there's proof here. There's proof. It worked.
I know, but
no, he's saying that nobody else is going to change their UI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah. Okay. Well, that's really, okay, you got me there.
so that's actually the point. Like, Robo it's a great idea to have these discussions and get all the stakeholders in the same room, so to speak. But the real thing is, like, I don't give a fuck about discussions. Like, I give a fuck about action. Like, I give a fuck about people. Like, we had a 3.5-hour discussion with Reverie and Sunny. And what happened? The vote fucking passed anyways, and now they're like big middle finger to us.
Dude,
like,
dude, you feel like I feel like, wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. One second, wait. I feel like you're all focused or hooked on governance, and I'm not. Everything I'm talking about has got nothing to do with governance right now, man. Like, essentially, like basic like blockchain mechanics, right? Like, this IBC model. These app chains, and then now there's a fucking mesh and interchain security and all of consumer chains and blah, blah, blah. What a load of shit. What you're witnessing right now is just fucking not sustainable. Like, in the long run, like, we're not big enough, like, to be anywhere near, like, sustainability. So something's got to give. You can't keep producing. You're going to be surprised. In the next 12 months, you're going to be surprised how many app chains are going to decide that, like, it's far easier to just fold into Celestia and be a sovereign L2 and the validator set to roll into it, like, quite simply. Like, it's going to happen, like, one way or another. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That's my vision. That's where my money is. I might be wrong. Home pleb thinks I'm a pleb constantly, but the current model isn't sustainable. Whether it's proof of stake or whether it's the IBC validators, the current model is not sustainable long term. Look at the fucking issues we're having now, man. And I'm positive about it, but something must give.
Anyway,
that's kind of the security.
Governance is actually the way that you change the vision or change the long term goal, right? So, like, it still matters in some respects. Like, it's like, yeah, that still matters, and I think like this whole idea of mesh and ICS and all these things are like trying to address the scaling concerns, but like whether or not they're successful is dependent on whether or not governance passes to allow them to even be a thing in the first place, right?
I think what Robo's trying to get at is saying that IBC only helps transfer assets from one chain to another. There's really no interoperability that executes a smart contract here that will communicate with a different smart contract in another chain. Is that what you're trying to get at, Robo?
Well, there's no composability. Is it composability the word, guys?
Yeah.
So interoperability just means you talk to each other, right? Interoperability means you talk to each other. Composability means that you can build on one another and then transfer that information or whatever across, like, right? It's like where like two chains are one, effectively. That's what comes with the Celestia Sovereign L2s to a certain degree.
Yeah,
like,
that's the whole security is from this exact point, is the fact that everybody has his own, set of validators, or every chain has it, and they're not composable. Meaning, if one of them, shits the bed for XYZ reason, the others, nothing happens to them. So it's kind of like, by design, a more secure ecosystem because they're all separate. Kind of having more chains means more decentralization, just by the, kind of the principle of it all. When Terra collapsed, that was a Cosmos, SDK build chain. Nothing happened to, any of the other Cosmos chains.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
Obviously people lost money and things like that. But in terms of how the chain ran, like it wasn't affected at all. Imagine if Ethereum goes down. That's Polygon. That's all the Arbitrum, Optimism, all those chains underneath, because Ethereum's the big L1, and then they built on L2s, right?
Yes.
Well, but Polygon is considered a layer 1 just because I don't think
Polygon's a side chain. Yeah,
yeah,
I guess you're right there.
I like Polygon.
But what Rekt Gang is saying, though, right, is really true, guys, and I said this at the time, and other people did. The Luna crash was the best proof of concept of the Tendermint consensus mechanism. Like, literally, if you saw, like, what was happening with the traffic, right, which was unprecedented. Like, a lot of people obviously lost money because they couldn't get it, blah, blah, blah. But in the midst of the chaos, the Tendermint mechanism worked as designed. Like, it was flawless. And the best thing is that, like, Celestia's taken this. I talk about Celestia a lot, and I know LiLGainzz has looked into it, and about where the different levels of security, because Rekt Gang's talking about security. And the security comes from the amount of light clients that you can have, like, deployed. The more light clients, the more secure, obviously. The way that it's going to work, guys, and how, like, the block headers just accepted as is, things need to be taken, like, care of, like, on this, like, execution level. Settlement layer. And then there's the execution layer, right? It seems as if it almost will cure, like, all the problems. I don't know what Celestia governance is going to look like at the end of the day if all these, like, fucking validators start rolling in for the get availability set, right? I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does at the minute. I don't even think Celestia do. They're just fucking trying to, like, do something different. But I like that about the security, because there's going to be different levels of security on Celestia, hopefully. I don't know. I might be a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
The other thing that's kind of interesting, like, I need to learn more about Celestia, but the other thing that's interesting beyond security is also this idea of, like, being able to customize your chain for specific needs. So, like we were saying earlier, like, if Injective is trying to be like a DeFi-oriented platform and they need those insanely fast block times, they can do that without really affecting any other sovereign chain, which maybe doesn't care as much about having fast block times. So from, like, a product market fit standpoint, I think that also makes more sense. And then
you are correct. It's not just block time; it's gas as well. On Celestia, you can select a lot of parameters, right, for your Sovereign L2. Yeah, we talked about side chains on that earlier. Like, Polygon will be a good example. Guys, if Polygon hadn't been created, Celestia was coming out. Celestia, like, Polygon would be built on Celestia, and it'd be doing its job, like, very well. Essentially, like, is it an L2 or a sidechain? Many people think it's an L1 now. Many people think of Ethereum as like an L0, right? With the event of Polygon now, people are talking about Ethereum as an L0, yeah? The base layer now.
No, Arbitrum and Optimism and all those other guys need Ethereum to run, except for Polygon. So, Rekt Gang,
yeah, but it's like a layer 0. It's like a layer 0.
Yeah, layer 0 it doesn't exist. It's just a marketing thing. We have layer 0 contract. It's a company, right? It's a communication layer.
The internet is layer 0. The internet is layer 0.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's actually funny because layer 0, which is what Stargate uses, is basically a relaying protocol, which is basically IBC.
Yep. I love them. They're good guys, but layer 0 is just not the right term for this.
I didn't mean the actual layer 0. What I'm talking about is like people are talking about like Polygon has been an L1 now. This has been a conversation for like 6 months now, and that's why the plebs won't connect IBC. But people are talking. If you're talking about Polygon like being like essentially like a layer 1, what the fuck is Ethereum? This monolithic fucking pleb.
Yeah, I think it eventually don't they eventually settle transactions on Ethereum? Like,
let's have Bbandz give us the breakdown, because I feel like she has a decent understanding of Matic and wanted to talk about it.
Oh my God!
Matic,
I say my name right when I'm typing news and I'm trying to get my notes together.
Yeah, if you're not ready for it, that's fine. But
no, that's fine. Is Matic zero knowledge or what? How does Matic work? Because I know it's Tendermint. So if anybody knows the content mechanism,
it is run on Tendermint and it does use the SDK.
But we were asking if it finalizes on Ethereum, or like we were saying before that it could function without ETH, right? So if that's the case, where do the transactions actually finalize?
You know what? I need to go find out. I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's okay.
It's Ethereum. All transactions on Polygon must be settled on Ethereum, right?
That's what
I think they finalize on Ethereum. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I think it's just an L1, and then they use the Ethereum branding, or like they're working on it. They're working on being a layer 2. But right now, like today, if Ethereum stops, nothing happens to the Polygon. It just keeps. It has its own validator set. It's just like it's like Binance Smart Chain, right? It's just,
so would it be this? Would that be the same as the Emerald Chain? The same as Oasis?
Any L1 EVM, right? Like it's nothing special, but they have this branding that it's really interconnected with Ethereum, and they are genuinely working on developing some sort of L2, and I'm not sure, like they have like different products, right? They have like ZK rollups and things like that.
Is the data?
You know what? I got some serious FUD from Vitalik about the ZK rollups and stuff, and I was reading his little slideshow, and I was like, because he's trying to put an additional proof on top of that for the layer 2. So like Ethereum, they want another proof, and then you can get onto the ZK sync or the rollup, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Is the data published? Is the data published on Ethereum blocks, but like stored somewhere else?
So I'm reading this article, and it's kind of complicated. Maybe I can link it somewhere, send it to you guys so you can post it. But it's saying it's a 4-layer system. There's an Ethereum layer, a security layer, a Polygon networks layer, and an execution layer. And then it's saying that the Ethereum layer is basically smart contracts that are implemented on the Ethereum network, and they handle things like transaction finality, staking, and communications between ETH and the other Polygon chains, because Polygon can also launch its own sovereign chains, I guess.
So where's the data stored? Where's the data stored?
I'm getting there. So the security layer runs side by side with ETH, and that allows the chains to benefit from additional security. But both of these layers that I mentioned just now are optional. So they're not necessary, which is where I think it comes in that it doesn't need ETH to survive, but having ETH around is like supplemental and helpful. The other two mandatory layers are the Polygon networks layer, which is the ecosystem of blockchains that are built on Polygon. So that's kind of like their own sovereign chains. The way I view that is like Polygon is like the hub, and then you have all these other spokes that kind of come off of it. And each of these has its own community and handles local consensus to produce blocks. And then the last fourth layer is the execution layer, which is the EVM implementation used for executing smart contracts. So it really sounds like it's both. It's like blocks are produced on their own like validator set and own blockchain, but then they also can benefit from supplemental security and supplemental smart contract execution on Ethereum.
So wait a minute, those are subnets of Polygon. Doesn't Avalanche have don't they have subnets too? But they're definitely for sure
no,
layer two.
Subnets are very different. The subnets are different.
Okay.
They're very weird, those fucking things, mind. They're very weird, aren't they? I tried to look into that before and I was like, what the fuck is
Joe
this?
Mama.
Joe
Mama.
Can someone tell me, isn't the consensus called Peppermint? Is that right? Is Matic or Polygon's consensus called Peppermint? Yeah, Joe Mama said I'm right. Didn't the butcher, if I'm right in thinking, Polygon butchered the SDK that much that they could never dock with IBC? Someone might have to correct me. I hope I'm wrong. I hope what I'm thinking from this is 2 years old or something. I'm going back in the memory. I'm sure Polygon there butchered SDK or Tendermint to a degree where they could probably never fucking dock successfully. I might be wrong. I hope I am.
So that's interesting. I don't know.
So they may have. I'm actually not familiar with that. But the other thing I wanted to bring up and talk about is this idea that you brought up earlier, which is interoperability. And even though you may not have true composability, I think this idea of the difference between the two is just a matter of abstracting away complexity, right? So for the end user, you want to be able to say I want to buy this NFT on Secret, and it doesn't matter what blockchain you're on, you just buy the NFT with whatever tokens are in your wallet. And so from that standpoint, I think all we really care about is infrastructure that allows us to do that, not whether or not it's composable or interoperable or whatever. And there's a project actually called Squid that is working on this between EVM and IBC chains, and they're going to be live sometime Q1 of next year. So I'm actually really excited
what you're talking about. Joe Mama, what you're talking about, sorry dude, interject. What you're talking about though, right? We could have tomorrow, but the fucking devs are too busy bitching over Civil War and Atom 2.0 and inflating treasuries.
But this is built by Robo. It's not built by the Cosmos devs. It's built by Axelar. Squid is Axelar, right?
It's not.
That's kind of
oh my gosh, that is so cool.
It's a totally separate team. They're working with
I'm just taking the piss.
But they're working. They need the GMP from the general message passing from Axelar is kind of the foundation for this, and that's what they're waiting on. I know because our NFTs have, we're partnering with Axelar as well in order to be able to bridge them from Juno to Ethereum as soon as possible, right? And leave the Cosmos. No, I'm messing with you, but
sir, yeah, oh my gosh, you literally took my breath away, sir. I cannot believe you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's funny. I like Rekt Gang. Go on, Rekt Gang. What were you saying?
Yeah, so they're working on this, and to Joe Mama's point, you don't need it to be interoperable from the box. You can just add in infrastructure around it, and you have this already, right? You can bridge USDC or whatever token from Polygon to Juno. I did it yesterday actually, so it's all feasible, and it's built on another kind of communications layer. So it's okay, right? It can be built differently, and we can still kind of be friends at the end of the line.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think the thing that gets me really excited about projects like Squid is they just realize that they don't need a fucking token. So they stopped trying to do this whole bullshit, like launch the token, raise money, dump on people. Like they just build infrastructure that matters and infrastructure that's going to make it so that the next era of, crypto investors that come in can actually use this shit without having to read like a million different articles about like how to go to some other chain or whatever. Like, and once that happens,
who's the face of Axelar? Sorry, dude. Who's the face of Axelar right now? Can somebody? I'm way behind. Please, who's the face right now?
I don't know who the face of Axelar is.
Sergey.
But I do know that Sergey.
Is it?
Hey, Amanda.
Okay, Amanda. Thank you. Hello, Amanda. Hello, darling. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
friends.
Amanda.
good morning.
I just think
So we do have a face.
Here's the thing. Axelar is doing really smart. They're linking up with all these people. And on top of that, they're also linked up with Circle. So Circle is the one who runs USDC, which I think is going to end up being the like stable coin. It's going to be like the CBDC is my opinion. Just because they're making the right moves, they're linking up with the right people. And on top of that, their Axelar is making it so that we can send, like everyone was saying, our NFTs cross chain. So I don't know. I think that it's
Axelar. Wait a minute.
Not to pay attention to.
Joe Rarma's come into the room, and I'm going to pay respect. However, before Joe Rarma kicks in with his fucking crack, because he's going to come in and burn everyone, and we're about to do an honorary drop. Isn't Axelar essentially though just a bridge? Isn't it another point of failure? Is Axelar a bridge? Yes or no? Is it a point of failure? Yes or no?
It's a blockchain.
No, it's not a bridge. Yes, it is bridge.
Okay. There we go. Right. You've educated me. Joe Rarma, good evening, sir. Young man. How are you, my friend?
I'm getting thumbs down. The fuck's going on? Your man's just finished a fucking 18-hour workday, and you're giving me thumbs down. I just deployed to production 9 months, 10 months worth of work. All right, your man's been grinding hard. We finally got it into production, and you got little Joe Mama down here giving me the thumbs down. ICBA. Give me 30 seconds to spill on this beer.
Dude, I've been talking to him. I've been nice tonight. I've been talking to him like a nice guy. I'll kill that cunt for you. Just say the word. Say the word.
Okay.
Rarma, say the word. Done.
Hey, Joe
consumed.
Rarma, we're all moving to Polygon, just via Squid.
No, we're going to Celestia. We're going to Celestia, dude.
Enjoy going there
Yes,
with all your friend, Mayor.
Oh, Cephie's
how are you all doing? What's
Cephie.
going on this evening? I heard there's been some alpha. I've been a busy boy. I haven't checked the PMs. I haven't checked the timeline. I don't know who's burning down what. Obviously, not much is happening because I haven't been here. But
who's got Joe Rarma?
Don't tell Joe Rarma. Let him.
We're staging
Joe Rarma.
A whole bunch of stuff. Now you got the phone. We're not going to tell you.
We're fucking leaving, bro.
IBC mutiny.
I'm fucking in. Like, what's going on? Like these devs, man, they need to get a hold of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's
that conversation.
Axelar can send NFTs back and forth, so we're all freaking out. Like, holy shit! Everyone's going to be taking their NFTs and moving them over to Ethereum or Polygon.
Rarma,
might as well
your man,
fucking Solana or Cardano.
Rarma, your man Timmy, dropping what's he doing? Dropping the Joe NFTs. He was a bit sharp out the blocks. You need to tell your man Timmy to calm down and donate to charity, or we'll be fucking foreman. No one's making money on this shit.
He's got to pay his 10% tax to the RAC DAO, doesn't he?
10%? You're letting them off lightly there, son.
Well,
getting off lightly.
No. So the thing is, right, the reason why it's 10% is he's not really necessarily a charity, unlike my amazing Amanda and Angel Protocol. But he's building a platform that can leverage and it can have a lot of funds in the future. So we take 10% now as like a goodwill, and then what we do is we work on him. You know, Robo, how we work on people, how we get them to buy racks. And then what we do is we get 10% of Spark IBC when it becomes its own chain on Celestia.
Oh, I've missed you. Oh, I love when Rarma comes in the chat, man. I love him, I'm telling you. He's not feathering no egos or anything like that. He's like, nah, this is how it's going to work. This is what we're going to fucking set up. Rarma, earlier, we gave people a treat. How many people's in the room now? There's like 20 odd people.
Oh,
do we give them a
treat? Rekt Gang?
They've got to listen. They've got to listen to Nixon's pre-release earlier. Rekt Gang didn't hear. I don't think Joe Rarma was here. Amanda certainly wasn't here. Your man LiLGainzz. LiLGainzz, do you want to do another world exclusive?
Wait, what's going on with Gainsey's PFP? What's going on there?
Hold on, let's see what Cephie's got to speak. Cephie, how you doing?
Well, Gainsey wanted to match my rack, so we kind of look cute together.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
Good morning, Mr. Raymond.
Do I need to go and buy a rack right now to sort this out? The hell?
Yeah, I don't fucking approve of this bullshit.
Okay. Relax, friends. Relax.
Oh, here we go.
Man, can I be co-host, please? I need to fucking mute that mayor guy, honestly.
Wait a minute, Mayor, man. He puts a fucking block. He puts a block on everything. You're having a bit of fun. You set the light to the ego, and Mayor comes along with a fire extinguisher. He's like, no, put the flames out. Come on, steady on, like.
So we're done talking about Polygon, right? We're just gonna wait for Celestia to come out and then just.
Man, Mayor.
Well, your man at Polygon. Your man at Polygon's a bit of a pleb. He's a bit of a pleb now. Your man at Polygon's a bit of a pleb, isn't he? He's a bit of a pleb sometimes. What's his name?
Robo, we just got done talking about how the IBC is in this very pivotal point, and the validators. There's some issues with the validators and the top heavy validator set, but
yeah, and we're about to drop a wrap. We're about to drop a wrap, dude. We're about to put out the second Racøøn wrap. How good is that? Like, if you're not buzzing that, Racøøn's going to drop another banger, like an absolute steaming fucking banger of a tune.
See, I want to see the video, but the video has to only have raccoons in it. Like, there can be no humans in this video.
No, it's going to have tweets. The video is just going to have tweets of us shitting all over the entire ecosystem.
How about raccoons digging through dumpsters, and we'll label the dumpsters different chains?
No, we're gonna put 8 months of tweets up of us setting fire to the ecosystem, and you're gonna listen. I'm my brother's keeper. Rarma knows, LiLGainzz knows. They fucking know the score. We leave no one behind. Fuck that, man. Anyway, Robo is about.
Excuse me, Robo. I need to interrupt. I need to interject.
Uh-huh.
I need to.
The tweet coming soon.
If you're going to say the line, you need to say the line in full, please. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Hey, listening, you cunts. Stinky blinders. We leave no man or woman behind. No fucker. None of yous. I don't give a fuck if you've got a rack TFT or not. If you're listening, you're with us all the fucking way. And watch what I'm going to drop now. LiLGainzz, are you ready? Joe Rarma, are you ready? Cephii, are you ready? Robo's going to drop a banger. Get Finn. Oh, guys, start ringing Finn. Tag Finn, ring him. Get Finn out of the fucking bed, will you, please? Hurry up. Someone get Finn in this chat now, because I can't drop until Finn's here. Please.
Rarma, how was your night, dude? Or day?
It was fucked, man. I worked, and then I came home, and I was a dad for a while. Spent a bit of time with the wife, and then I worked for the last 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6 hours again to finish this production deployment. And I had to do some checks, tell the customer, even though they're fucking sleeping. But now I'm done, so I'm eating some chips and I'm smashing beers. I'm on my third beer since I finished working 11 minutes ago. So it's 1 a.m., by the way. So I've got about another 50 odd minutes, give or take, that you've got to put up with me. So let's see how fucked up I can get in that time.
I was just going to ask you, and I raised my hand because I always raise my hand when you're here.
Because you're fucking pleb.
Yes, for you. How many more beers until you start burning the whole ecosystem? How many more beers?
Ooh, I don't think the first one's got me yet. I'm on to my third. They're 1.7 standard drinks. So give it another 5, 10, 15. Might get a bit of a buzz. That buzz will turn into more than a buzz pretty quickly, I reckon. And I haven't checked the timeline yet. So give it a little bit. I just want to initial reaction of the timeline Rarma, is usually the best.
Rarma.
Oh,
wait, yes. I have a quick question. What did you say the alcohol percentage of your beers were?
We don't really use percentage here in Australia. Sorry, we do. They're 5.8 standard. 5.8%.
Okay. I thought you said 1.7. I was like, man, you're going to have to drink like 30 beers.
Standard drinks in a can. Yeah.
Okay, Robo, we got Finn out of bed. Finn is in the room, so hurry up before he starts getting grumpy.
Oh my! I think somebody else is grumpy, dude. I don't think Finn's grumpy, bro.
Hey, I'm only going on 2 hours sleep. I was up all night too. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Where's Finn? I don't see Finn. Liar. Finn, where are you? Mayor, you're pulling my leg. I don't see Finn.
There's the Joe PFP, the glasses.
Yeah, I don't know if he's behind the Joe Terra.
No, he's not. He popped in his with his own account earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I just sent a message on his Finn account. So
Cephie's looking good. Cephii brought out the rack.
Mayor, just because they're giving away 5,000 fucking Lunar Classic, you don't need to, take it out of your mouth, brother.
Closer to the holster.
Oh my god.
Yo, Rarma, all I gotta say is we spammed the exact same amount of laughing emojis. That was fucking wild.
Yeah, I won't say that.
Robo, hurry the fuck up, dude. You listen to me, right?
There, it's dropped. I can see it. I see it in the notifications because I'm a fucking idiot and have Robo on notifications.
It's in the spaces. It's in the net. It's in the net. Wait a minute. The first, guys, we're dropping the first of the honoraries tonight, right? I mean, what you're about to witness tonight is absolute fucking history. I mean, I don't know about you lot. I don't know if you've ever been at this point in history, right? But we just dropped the first honorary, Karen. So we've got Karen in the purple cardigan, shopping in the mall, and apparently Karen's not happy. So we're doing it. No, Mo. Wait a minute, is Mo here yet? Mo's in the DMs. He's like, has Mo put this in there on secret? I'm sure Mo's just dropped this on stash now. Can anybody check this? Mo just dropped this on stash for me. So wait a minute.
You can buy this. You can buy this. You can buy this thing.
No, it's an honorary for Finn. Where's he gone? Has Finn left the chat? Why Finn left the chat? Where's he gone? Rarma, have you upset Finn or something? What happened to Karen?
I didn't do anything. What do you mean?
Gaines, where's your man gone? I thought he got up for special occasion.
While we wait for Finn, I'm gonna play some Karen YouTube videos, all right, of them just going crazy.
Are you gonna leave the store? Are you gonna leave the store?
You're being very and aggressive to another customer. Would you please leave?
I'm aggressive?
Would you please
okay. Now, the thing I wanted to say, which you wouldn't let me say, you won't see my face, right? If I ever come back here again.
That was a horrible one.
Is that Karen? Is that Karen or not? Is that Karen?
Oh yeah.
Is that Karen?
Is that
where's Karen gone?
Is that a live feed of us leaving IBC?
I'll find a good one, guys. There's a million of them on YouTube. Karen's going nuts. Karen at Starbucks.
Guys, I just got in trouble.
Why?
From Finn. No. Tell Finn he's a bellend.
No, guys. when we were all joking around, I didn't know my husband had a customer on the phone. So remember when I screamed out, "Closer to the hole, sir"? Yeah, his customer heard that. So I'm going to be a little quieter now. He's laughing now, but he wasn't laughing.
Wow.
I'm careful.
He was just putting in a light bulb into the fitting, and you were just trying to guide him to get it closer to the hole. So,
what were you doing?
I was screaming on the phone with you guys, laughing and stuff. I didn't know he was on the phone. And he's right.
You were referring to a Foley catheter at the hospital.
Wow.
So it's okay.
Your woman,
it's okay.
Your woman just threw your man under the bus, didn't she? Your woman just threw, and it's her man. She threw her own man under the bus.
No, I didn't. I was talking to. Wait, I was in the chat talking to y'all. We were razzing, and then
put it in the hole. Put it in the hole.
No, that's not what I said. But I feel super bad because like he was pretty upset. He was like, "I'm on the phone." And I was like,
Who saw you choke me to the ground? Who saw me?
I saw you run through the door when you weren't supposed to. And I thought I'd push you out.
She claims she was choked to the ground, but reports from passengers.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
I'm gonna get absolutely nothing done today.
Where can we all change our PFP to Finn's honorary? Like, can we get them in the spaces, right, guys? Even Rekt Gang, even Cephii for the culture. Come on, we did it with Joe. Can we all change? Because I'm gonna drop some proper shit in a minute. Can we all change our PFP to Finn? Nah, Karen. Come on.
Are you aware of what that will do to Cephii's account? He's gonna lose like 20,000 followers, bro.
Well, we got to get him in here first, and he's not responding.
Bots don't react to profile picture changes.
"Are you sure of that? I mean, like, do you know this?"
I love you. I love you, Seth. I love you, Cephii.
Is this just fantasy? Ordinary. I feel like I'm in Bohemian Rhapsody or something right now. Cephii. El Cheppy, man. Get some respect on that name, Rarma. El Cheppy, will you? Fuck's sake, man.
I kind of like the way Cheppy sounds. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Cephii, do you like the sound? I like the way the Cheppy sounds.
Come on, man. Listen,
it's got
stop
a
with
nice little ring.
your Ecuadorian bullshit. Hey, in
Listen,
Ecuador, is that where they have like the big rock head thing?
No, that's the Easter Islands. What are you talking about? Ecuador is like the equator right there.
Yeah, but isn't Easter Island right there with the big rock head thing? And isn't that like part of Ecuador?
I think the Galapagos Islands are part of Ecuador, but I don't know about the Easter Islands. I guess because it's where the Polynesian islands.
I thought the Galapagos. Wait a minute. No. The Galapagos. I thought they were Chile. Are they not Chile? No, I'm sure Chile's got the Galapagos
Islands. Galapagos Islands are part of that.
They're
Ecuador.
2,000 kilometers away from the mainland, right? 2,000. How could the fuck can you say like all these islands belong to this country when it's 2,000?
Oh, I'm sorry. Easter Island is part of Chile. I was mistaken. So what does Ecuador have then? Nothing.
Yes, it does. It has. If you go to Quito, you can stand on the 000 right at the middle of the equator.
Oh, okay.
And
they got the Galapagos Island. It's like the most biodiverse place. It's amazing.
What else?
The only disguised fact is I knew they belonged to Chile. Oh, I knew they belonged to Chile. Isn't that the Galapagos? That's where dog. Right.
Yep.
Oh.
Breaking news. I'm fucking furious. As you all know, I'm recently cashed up. Your man's getting paid. I'm not paid yet. I'm looking through Stash App, and I'm severely disappointed by what's on offer. Right, where you motherfuckers have snooped up all of the racks that I like. I see a couple here. There's like a biker jacket, laser eyes. There's a kind of cool like pink beanie and prison outfit, laser eyes cigar. That's tickling my fancy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like, bros, who's listing these things at like 1,920?
So I actually have a legitimate question because I want to buy a rack. So it says that you get 6%. What does that mean? And does it vary for like
6%?
Or is
What?
it the same?
That's the royalties, man. That's a royalty, bro. That's the artist gets that shit, man. Our royalties go to the artist.
So then the royalties go to the artist, but then isn't there some sort of
the royalties go to the
platform
artificial
itself?
intelligence. They go to the computer.
Speak for your fucking self, you pleb. You've got OnlyFans. I found out last night, Rekt Gang's got OnlyFans. What the way you're playing at? Dude, they go to the artist.
We do have an
royalties
OnlyFans.
go
Please
to that.
subscribe.
Yeah, but isn't there some sort of revenue share like situation when you hold a rack?
That's got nothing to do with royalties. That's a different conversation. There are 1,333 raccoons. There will only ever be 1,333 unless somebody decides to burn some for a laugh. And yes, they are the owners of the NFTs are the sole shareholders of the platform and have sole responsibility, along with the devs, for deciding the future path of the platform and hopefully its inherent good and what we can do to the world and change things. And what else do you want to know, Pleb? Anything else I can tell you?
Yeah, revenue share.
Well, we're at a bit of a crossroads, Rarma, aren't we? Because we have to pay the devs. I mean, they didn't take a salary last month. So we're hanging on. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. We're hanging on. And it's like what Cephii said. Cephii like summed it up.
So you've got two members of the Juno Growth Fund multi-sig on the call right now.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cephii said,
why should RAC get a grant? You know, sell yourself, you little whore.
They shouldn't. They're not open source. And they're not going to open source, and they're going to sell the contracts. Now, if you want to be part of that licensee agreement, when we start selling the randomized...
Don't tell Jacob. Don't tell Jacob. Next fucking minute, we're going to have a stable coin or some shit. Oh, my God.
Pleb. He's a pleb and all. We're going to be closed fucking source. Is that right? Is that the word? Closed source or not? I'm sure it's probably not. Anyway, the plan is to ship the code, to sell the code, and we've talked about this on a very high level, and we haven't brought the artificial intelligence into the conversation yet. I can't imagine the plebs of Rarma. They're all still sleeping, aren't they? And all still sleeping, man, these fucking plebs. You got your devs on 50% discount. I tell you, Red Bull would have these devs straight up. He'd be paying them treble what we're paying them right now. Can't get your hands on them, though, can you, Rekt Gang? Can't get out of there.
Yeah, we are paying them a lot, but they're happy people.
Yeah, so I guess because I'm reading this on Stash, it says what makes the collection special is the utility and the style trait. So as far as being entitled to rewards from Raccoon's gaming platform, are you saying that's not happening because, or it's not happening yet? I'm just trying to understand.
So we just recently did the first distribution, and I might let Robo handle this part because I think he handles this part the best given my absence.
Well, no. I mean, I did say on the day that it didn't matter what the distribution was, what the cost of Juno was on that particular day. It didn't matter. I said I would send them 10 Juno just to get one back, just to like have that like proof of concept that like the shit does work. Yeah, Joe Mama, we've only just proved proof of concept, right? And we need to now like expunge this USP of Raccoon, which is like just a cool environment for everyone to chill and like get on, and you know, we're a community project to some degree. But yes, the first distribution we had did take place. There wasn't much. There were some problems. However, it was achieved. It was a monumental effort. It was the launching of the ship. The cruise liner got hit with the champagne that night. We're sailing, bro. We're going to have some stormy weather from time to time. We're going to have to weather those storms. You know, all the hands on deck are going to have to come together, and that's what you're starting to see. I'm going to drop some proper shit right now. Rekt Gang's got his hand up like a pleb. Hello, son.
Yeah, I'm going to shill your project because you're not doing a good job at it. Don't worry about the distribution of funds. That's not where the value is of the racks. Where the value is the people. It's the community. It's these 35-hour spaces. Everybody here has a RAC PFP. Cephii has a RAC PFP. Like the branding and the marketing and kind of the exposure of racks is what you're buying into. You're not buying for the 20 cents that they're going to distribute to you every month. That's not really
20 cents.
or whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter. There's never going to be enough volume to compensate for the floor that you're going to be paying. But the fact that it's a very recognizable brand in the cosmos, that is the value. And that's what you should be buying it for, not the revenue sharing. So anyways, it's a nice proof of concept, but that's about it.
I was actually going to say
it's just that's just Rekt Gang, one of our competitors, just coming in dropping bombs. You know, Gaines, very quickly, sorry to interrupt you, Jemama. Gainsy, just make sure you clip that. So then anytime the Rekt Gang try to come at us with memes, we can just post that on Twitter. Just like
you still suck at
reply.
memes, man. You guys are pretty bad at the meme game. That doesn't change anything. But I'm just telling Joe Mama why he should buy a rack, right? I feel like we're much closer than you think in terms of projects and communities. So I hope you do good. So then we do good too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I want to hug you.
Jesus Christ. I wanted to say, I think the proof of concept point is actually really important. And the reason why I'm asking all this stuff is A, because I do want to buy a rack, but then also B, because it sounds like, I mean, that might be, I remember talking to the rack Twitter account a long time ago through the Clay Media's account. And we were kind of just like chatting and just saying, hey, what's up? But we were like, you know, one of these days there'll be something we can collaborate on. And I actually think that this might be a good point to collaborate on because we are also doing that sort of distribution to the people who are staking our token and DAO and then, you know, voting on governance and things like that. So if there is an interest in that, since I know you said there were some maybe like road bumps or whatever with the initial distro, we should definitely talk about it.
Part of the
fuck no.
part of the challenge that Racøøn had was that the platform is based on Juno and the NFTs are based on Secret, and they wanted to preserve the privacy of the NFT holders for the distribution. So they had to write their own contracts to look up and enable and distribute the S Juno to each of the NFT holders over on Secret. So a little bit more complex than perhaps just distributing out to say Juno or Osmo as individual stakers, but I'm sure they could help out with that stuff. It was the Secret element that was more complex.
Yeah, so I guess I understand that from a technical standpoint. I'm just trying to understand like what was the actual road bump, because like what that sounds like is you take the assets, you basically move them to Secret, and then from there do the distribution, right?
I wasn't involved, but that would be my assumption, yeah. You would need to, so from Secret, understand who the wallet owners are, write a contract on Secret. You would then move the funds over to the contract on Secret and then execute the contract that would distribute out the S Juno to the Secret wallets based on how many NFTs.
Yeah, so then that really depends on like two things, right? Writing the actual distribution on the Secret network, and then maybe like interchain accounts being enabled between the two networks so that the funds can get sent over in an automated way. Because I'm assuming the thing has to happen manually at first, but then eventually be automated. But I guess if the distribution issue is on the actual Secret network side of things, I do think that we can help with that.
I'm more than confident the lovely RAC team will chat to you once you buy a rack. Register your Discord ID.
Your man hit you there. Your man hit you, didn't he? Your man hit you like Rarma's like, oh, this cunt's a right clever cunt. Your man's gas, isn't he? I didn't even know who he is. Rarma, what's his name? Is that Joe? Is that no? It's not Joe Rarma. Who's this fucker?
Jemama.
Where is he? Where is Jemama?
You don't recognize the voice. He's in here all the time.
I do, of course. Of course I do. However, where's Finn? Oh, wait a minute. Right, Finn. Hello. Good morning, Finn. Karen's here.
Had to. It's been busy at the Etsy store. I'm sorry. I'm juggling like 5 Etsy stores here while trying to record your fucking 5-hour spaces. So it's very busy, and my back is killing me because I just got these titties done. My titties are sore. All right, I got sore titties. My back's sore. How y'all doing?
5 hour, 35. Wait a minute. 5 hour, 35 hour. I don't know if how much you caught, Finn. Wait, Saturday. If you caught Robo announcing the fucking Genesis fucking trading desk fucking needing the bone. Dude, if you caught that, if you caught Saturday, I swear to God, any of it, that is going to be one of the best spaces we've ever heard. However, Finn, are you gonna change your profile? Wait, Finn, did you see in the nest? Finn, go and have a look in the nest. Have a look, son.
All right. Again, I will once again explain to you the propagation times of various DNS servers across this vast internet of ours. I'm on the West Coast. You're in like fucking Asia. So if you go ahead and click my profile, you'll then see it actually refresh magically right before Joe very eyes. And that's there I am. In all my glory, my 36 double Ds.
Man, you guys could have put more effort in this. It's hideous. I love the.
Hey, shouldn't you be like spinning down a validator or some shit right now? What are you doing here?
For sure. The Kuji ones.
What are you doing here?
Are we still bullish on that? Because I am. I'm even more bullish now that they like managed to not get their chain shut down by that dude.
Hey, we made some good memes. I think there's 2 posted here: the hour code and the toxicity scale, and there's another one I made. So we're doing our job.
Never let it be said during this bear market that the Rekt Gang left us without memes. Y'all doing the Lord's work out there. Joe's work. You're doing the Joe's work out there.
I think the toxicity scale with the Clorox, arsenic, and then Jacob was probably one of the funniest things I've seen this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot better than that bullshit you guys called memes when the Racks and you guys were going at it. And then the Skellies felt like, and like I'm a holder. I'm gonna talk some shit right now because it's early, but check this out. So I'm a holder, but what that shit felt like is that, like, you know how you have like the older kids and they're like fighting and beefing and shit, and then like the little brother's kind of like half retarded, half autistic. He's like, hey, I want to play too. And they're like, all right, come on. Like, and they give him a little what for, and then they just continue like that. That's what that shit reminded me of. But you have like 2 completely different cultures here. You have one culture that if I needed like somebody to come bury a body or something, I'd call the Racks. If I needed somebody to make a meme about the body, I'd call the Rekt Gang. I wouldn't call the Rekt Gang to help bury a body, and I wouldn't call the Racks to make fucking funny memes. You know, everybody got their own lane, and that's why I like it. Decentralized as it should be.
Okay, pleb. As decentralized as you want to make it. Listen, McKenna, right, guys? If nobody knows McKenna, Rakenna, he's been off the reservation for too long, way too long. We appreciate him. He's always going to be an OG. However, right here, right now, today, there are fucking 2 fucking people with Racøøn honoraries who are prevalent and constantly omnipresent in the community, right? And there are people who've been putting 6 months of fucking hard work in And yes, these are going to go to the tattooist, but I'm just going to tweet now, and I'm going to put it in the nest. There you go. LiLGainzz, TerraSpaces, Brasco, you're welcome. Tonight, we change the game. Tonight, the Racøøn Honorary Council is born. And that's what you've just fucking seen. So if you go and see my tweet, you're tagged, you're one of the 3. We are now 6, even though McKenna's in Timbuk2, right? We are 5, probably. We are 6, but we're 5, really.
Yeah, 5,
right?
5.5. We're 5.5. It's a strong
We're
half,
5.5.
though.
Wait, Finn, you were the hardest one to select. Dude, you're going to get this tattooed up as an honorary. Go and look at what we've just dropped for you, son. Look at that bad boy, Finn, with the headphones and the joint. Dude, that's a one-on-one. If you've ever... Hey, for TerraSpaces, guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out.
a nice one. That's a pretty one. I'll give that to you.
Well, all I'm going to say, guys, listen, because this has been a bone of contention. Listen to this. I've put 8 months of fucking back-breaking work into this shit. Your man Rarma is too. I was the first one to get the honorary because of what I did and how I did it, right? Then they tried to rug Rarma. I got your man Rarma's fucking honorary. And then I had a conversation and Rekt were just like, look, we want to devolve this shit. How do we do it? And I'm telling you guys, listen, this is November. Now, every month, honoraries are going to be awarded to community members. And the council haven't had a discussion yet. There's probably going to have to be like 2 or 3 months where a lot of people who've done a lot of work or are doing work, like Bbandz and stuff, are going to have to get these. But look, can I highlight this Games? Can I bring everyone's attention, please, to Games first of all? What a fucking OG. Like, OG of fucking, oh my God. Can you imagine the tat the Bbandz is going to stick on that? I can't even imagine. Like if you look at Bbandz as a PFP, and then you look at his honorary that he's going to rack for days, right? Look at that red chain, blunt smoke and blindfold, man. Oh, wait a minute. There's only Rarma I want to talk to. Rarma, Matrix. Hello, dude. Where's my man, Rarma?
I'm looking at the glow behind the blindfold. Like if he was to open his eyes, you would just get fucking lasered with the sun. That is sick.
Again.
Yeah, Gainsy. I don't think Gainsy can talk right now. He's raising his hand like a pleb. He's
I was halfway expecting to see a rack with Joe's head on it, and I gotta say I'm partially disappointed, but I'm also completely like speechless. I'm not speechless because I'm talking. I just want to like rub it in the Rekt Gang's face because they never did nothing that cool for me, but the racks did.
Yeah,
now that doesn't make your memes better. It doesn't make the memes better. But it does warm my heart.
Wait a minute. You're gonna let me do my quick review. All right. So we got. I've given Gainsy his. We're under TerraSpaces, right? He's blindfolded. That's just classic Finn. Of course, he's blindfolded. He's smoking a blunt again. Classic Finn. The two things that speak to me about this one-on-one, right? You look at the chest. See the little haze and fog? That's him. He's just pulled in a fucking massive spliff. It's all clouded up in his lungs. He's sitting there. He's holding it. Getting that good hit. You know what I'm saying? He's hitting
Finn's
that
was
hard.
the hardest to choose. Finn's was the hardest to choose.
I got one more thing to describe.
Sorry, dude.
All right. Let me have my 10 seconds. All right, Robo. He's hitting it that hard. His fucking tail and his arms have got air bubbles in them. Those air bubbles, they're not full of air. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking bubbled up. He's smoked up. He's rocking that shit. You can jump in on Finn quickly, Robo, and then I've got to get to your man, Brasco.
I know we're going to get the Brasco. I know, and we're going to bring him up as a speaker. All I'm going to say is, guys, Finn's was the hardest to come up with because trying to get the headphones and the blunt and the excise is like pretty much like impossible. So if anyone knows how this works, like Robo's had the only impossible raccoon of all time. So the eye patch XI is a physical impossibility in the grand scheme of raccoons, right? After like me though, and that gold, obviously the gold and black, it's a story, 8 months old, right? Finn's was the hardest, dude. Brasco's was really easy because Brasco's jumped out the page. Your man, with his like electric, I mean, Rarma, do your description of Brasco's while I get him up as a speaker. Rarma, what do you think about Brasco's, the blue one?
Oof. This thing, and the first thing that I notice is how crisp and clean the edges are. Like his fucking memes, like his Photoshop, crisp. See how the rack pops off the background and there's distinct edges across. Look at the blunt, right? Look at the blunt. The smoke coming off the, like, yep, that's it. And then the coloring, you've got the white fucking sings to you. It looks like thread from a needle, but you know it's just fucking pulsating, absolutely pulsating with.
Do you know why? Do you know why I like it? Do you know why I like it? I like it because it reminds me of. I can never finish. I can never finish. Oh, fuck off, dude. Come on. It reminds me of 49. Go and look at the rank 49 and that like ice blue. I know this is like next level, but that was the giveaway that Rekt gave me to like give away Brasco's. And listen, dude, right, Rarma, listen. We've been joking about this for weeks. Look at all three. What do all three share? 3 blind racks.
They've all had it with Molly.
We've all been with Molly.
Three blind racks.
I thought they were going to announce who Molly was. I was like looking forward to it.
Racks. See how
they come. That's right. See how they come. You know where that's going.
Hey, Robo, for anyone that doesn't know, you just want to let people know that the honoraries are just a separate set that is like a one of one.
We now have officially. We now. I have the proposal ready to submit. We now have the Honorary Council that consists of a part-time member, McKenna, when he comes back, but it consists of myself, Rarma, Finn, Gainzz, and Brasco, and we're going to move forward. And every month, people are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame and into the honorary system, right? Based on your work ethic. The reason Brasco's in there is because he's been doing this from day fucking one. The reason your man Gainzz is in there is because he's dedicated literal hours recently to the cause. Why is your man TerraSpaces in there? He's never let us down. He's captured every single thing he could about the Raccoonity and RAC FM and all the other shit, right? For as long as possible. We are changing the fucking game. And this is how it works. And I'll tell you what, I bet you Finn, once he gets his tattoo, because guys, these haven't got tattoos yet. Rarma, do me a favor. Can you bring up your version 2 or version 3 of your Matrix leopard skin chain? Rarma, can you just turn the style on? I'm going to do that, bro. I'm going to turn my PFP. Where's Gainzz? I want to say congratulations to Gainzz, first of all. He matters more than anyone. Where's your man, Gainzz? Is he there? Hello, Gainzz.
I'm just lost for words here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You mustard. Yeah, perfect. You mustard, yeah.
You groomed me, man. You groomed me to I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Just wow, dude. Wow. You guys groomed me.
If you hit the refresh, we've got the Matrix.
Oh, there's a Matrix. Wait a minute. Finn and Brasco. You know what's coming. Where's Brasco? He came up to speak. Hello, Brasco. How you doing, son? You got an honorary.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm speechless. So similar to Gainzz. It's just like I'm feeling, as you would say, I'm feeling blessed and honored to get this kind of thing. It's like has been a crazy ride all these months, basically. I really, really appreciate this. It's an awesome community, awesome people, total madness and craziness in between. But whenever there's some fucked up, crazy ideas running around, I just try my best
Brasco.
visualize that. And it's as I said before, it's a crazy community. Like no other. I'm feeling honored. Thank you very much.
So Brasco, I love that, man. I love it. Finn, like we've heard from Gaines, we've heard from Brasco. Finn, what about your headphones?
I need to just jump in real quick. Gainzzy's got his on already, untatted. Oh, look how fucking good that looks in the spaces.
Oh my god.
Where? Oh my god. Here's a look. Oh,
Brasco, we've put in all those countless hours in the memology lab. All those countless fucking hours we put in, bro. It's all worth it in the end, you know? You and me, we fucking just went ham on these memes. You get places, guys. You get places in crypto. Don't believe your mom. Don't believe your wife. Don't let them tell you you're gonna fucking make it. You're gonna fucking make it.
That's right. When your wife says your internet friends aren't real, you show them the racks and you say, you know what? They are real. They're real to me. And that's all that matters.
Finn, we took hours over you. We took hours over you. We had to troll through 120. I hope you like your PFP like Finn. You're going to have to wear this, dude. You're going to get tatted. You got to wear that like a fucking hero, dude.
Oh, it's brilliant. And I mean, like the colors and the little glowy or everything about it's super dope. And I kind of think about how many people were here like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. And then we've kind of like, you know, you see people come and go, and that's normal. And then like everything started blowing up and like you started seeing more people going than coming. And then it was like, all right, now there's only like five of us.
You let the fucking, oh my, Robo, really?
I need to make some points.
Well, Jimmy, come get your honorary soldier.
Wait a minute.
Fuck out of here, Jimmy.
I've muted him.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Wait. No. Robo can handle Jimmy. Wait, guys, be quiet. Robo can handle Jimmy like an adult. Jimmy, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Jimmy, all you Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mano, Jimmy. You've come in the space. We're having fun. We're celebrating, right? We have the opportunity to provide like one-on-one raccoons for the most dedicated, soulful, like constructive people in the industry, right? Jimmy, we're on the crust, like right now. We are on the fucking crust, on the crisper. Is it the crust or the crisp?
On the crust.
Jimmy, don't kill the buzz.
Cusp.
Jimmy, don't kill the buzz. Wait, Jimmy. Wait. Come in, Jimmy. And congratulate everybody, Jimmy. Congratulate the demons, the legends, the warriors that are Finn, Gaines, and Brasco. We are giving these people tonight accolades. So there's no room for like the bullshit.
Make some points, please.
Oh, well, as long as it's nice. As long as it's nice. Yes, you can.
Okay, well, I'll congratulate. What was it now? Joe, right? LiLGainzz. Who else?
It was TerraSpaces.
TerraSpaces too?
TerraSpaces. Oh, yeah. We rewarded Finn. Because the hours...
But surprise, he always seems to be in spaces, but he's not even here. Oh, no, he's there.
It's Finn. It's Finn. Finn is TerraSpaces, homie.
Finn, you're TerraSpaces? Does Finn speak?
Are you Molly? I'm TerraSpaces, but are you Molly? Because I need to find out who Molly is before this night's over.
Okay, so let me make some points. I congratulate these individuals, but I must question if they're truly Cosmo soldiers. I have been in many spaces where you removed me and put me down into listener. Despite
this
making
is going to be another
points,
one, Jimmy. Just
despite trying to come in and add some clarity to the situation in every space. For example, I was in a space 2 days ago with a project I think the person who was hosting was Cosmos Hoss. And I asked a couple questions about gaming and whether or not the tokenomics of that kind of thing would really work in play to earn, and I don't believe in it. I was immediately thrown out. Right? That's just one example. I could give examples of every single person in this room. And this is the issue. You guys are shilling, you guys are being paid to shill projects, and yet you're using that platform to get yourselves elected. So I congratulate you guys on use the community and the brand name to get yourselves something. You're self-promoters, and you promoted yourself into honorary councils. Good job.
Do we think
Jimmy, but who's getting paid here?
I really like Jimmy, yo.
We're all in deep, man. I've taken a third mortgage on my house just to buy another rack.
Hey, Jimmy, what did you do with the $1,000 I gave you, man? I thought you were going to shill our project. What's going on, man?
Nope.
Where's Mole? Is that his old account or something? Is that Mole? Hey, Jimmy, you fucking prick. Now, is that Mole? If that's Mole, I've got two co-hosts, have I? Is that Mole? Ah, you man. Jimmy, fucking sit down, cunt. Sit down and fucking listen, will ya? Mole, we have just announced the official Honorary Council. We have just, and Jimmy might not agree, and I understand. There might be like issues where like people might want to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Good. Take them up. The HR number is 0800. Fuck you. Like, as if we care. We are trying to change the game. And I know that might not seem that way to you, Jimmy, but that's what we're trying to do in our own little way. Raccoon Supply. Good evening, young man. Mole's here.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, I think I just jumped on Twitter. I had some meetings this morning, and I just saw you guys. I just wanted to congratulate you guys. Like, I saw Finn, Brasco, and Gaines. I'm like, it happened, man. It happened.
Didn't it? And so it should do. Sorry, Finn. So it should do. People have put hours and hours and hours of their time. I know more than anyone how many hours and what I've put in and what I've sacrificed, yeah? If I cannot see other people in this eco, in our little fucking sphere, right? Like be rewarded and be enhanced and want to contribute more, well then I'm in the wrong, aren't I, Jimmy? I'm in the fucking wrong if I want people to be incentivized and to do well and to push the brand forward. Like, what do we have to do, Jimmy? Do you want us all to sit in the corner having a fucking wank or something, man, like little plebs? Nah. We
can't steal Jimmy's job.
Let me reply to that if you don't mind. I'll quickly reply. No one is asking you to sit in the corner having a wank.
Jimmy,
God, I wanted to have a wank in the corner.
Jimmy, you don't want to grow people. Why do you not want to grow people?
Let me reply if you don't mind. Let me come in here and make some points, please.
Grow people, Jimmy. Don't stunt the growth. Grow people.
Well, can I just say something very quickly?
Yeah.
I mean, but I believe in raccoons. I do like Raccoons, the project. It is generative art, artificial intelligence applications, and probability and mathematical applications, right? I believe in that.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold on.
No, there's nothing to wait for.
Oh, that's it. Oh my God.
Okay,
good job, Jimmy.
I'm not sure what you're trying to wait for, madam, because it is an innovative idea, rarely successful and acted upon by a single mind. For this reason, it is of essence to understand Raccoon, a community consisting of the ability to combine different points of view, right? And that's what the space was supposed to be for. Combining different points of view, community, artificial intelligence, and gambling. That's right. 87% of the minted tokens will be owned by the community. The community. It needs to have utility, and it does. NFT airdrops the ability to purchase NFTs of RAC token. The ability to use RAC token to morph existing NFTs. In the inclusion of a RAC DAO. Exclusive access to RAC Metaverse. And RAC gambling platform. Incredible things. Incredible. Am I right, guys? Because all Raccoon NFTs will be generated using artificial intelligence models. Even though, of course, it's from OpenAI GPT-3, which is everyone could get access to that. That's special.
Be careful. You've got
more. If I didn't know better, wait a minute. If I didn't know better, I would think Jimmy's like Jacob's son. Jimmy, are you Jacob's like fucking long lost fucking pleb child or something?
I was gonna say
Yes.
he's played by Jacob. I know it.
Yes.
He's Jacob.
But I'll say
fucking
this
love
about
child.
Raccoon. It's got a lot of utility. It is going to the top 125 holders chosen Juno RAC LP providers with a free NFT from our secret series. That's right. The second utility of RAC will be the participation in the DAO. Incredible. A few examples of this are decision-making for future NFT series sales. Usage up to, but not limited to, 150,000 tokens reserved for both giveaways and contests. And as noted above, Raccoon will develop into a metaverse. Oh my god, a metaverse. Wow. Shit, this is some unique stuff. I haven't heard this 50 times. Before. It's incredible. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Pleb, you're reading shit from 8 months ago. What are you fucking talking about? You fucking spastic cunt. You're reading shit from 8 fucking months ago. The devs can't even be bothered to update the documents just so plebs like you don't get interested. Because we're headed in the right fucking train, in the right direction, son. Timmy, man, like we love you, but you're a right cunt at times, man. If you can just stop being a cunt and try to be nice like me. I used to be a pleb, a cunt like you. But like the Rarma and them, they've stopped me like the test.
May I just say, I think you still are, sir. You're nothing but a lowly peasant compared to me.
Jimmy, have you got your Adam on?
Oh my god,
Peasant,
you're
sir.
like the cutest thing.
Jimmy's got his Adam on Binance, hasn't he? Rarma, you said to me, Jimmy had his Adam on Binance, no?
Yeah, that was it. I think he recently unstaked it. Adam 2.0 was his future. He was really hoping to get in.
No, I think you're just
on
making that up now. It's always been on Binance.
I can't. Even worse than delegating to Binance, Jimmy doesn't fucking wrap his secret. He just walks around with unwrapped secret like a fucking pleb.
I just think it's
I've
funny
never
as fuck. I
owned
can't stop thinking about like
Jimmy walks around like a pleb. Oh,
yo,
Jimmy got burned out.
Wrap your shit, dude. Wrap your shit up.
I've never owned a secret. It's a scam. Nothing more than a little scam.
Jimmy, I'm fucking dying here. I'm in the
I only own Juno and a little bit of Cosmos token. Atom.
Wait a minute. Mole, can you believe this cunt we've got on tonight? Fucking Jesus Christ almighty. I'm sure it's an act. I'm sure Jimmy's an act. I wish I was.
I only act forward to the truth, sir. And the truth is, I don't think there's anything special about raccoons.
The truth is, we spent the last 8 months making a project just so we could congratulate ourselves on that project, and I think that is the best fucking part about it. I'm fucking love it.
Self-promotion is wrong, and you shouldn't use our community to do it.
Jimmy, you're self-promoting yourself, little fucking otter.
Promoting what, madam? I'm an otter. I'm too small to be noticed.
No, we know this. Actually, I really do like you, Jimmy. I'd be trying to invite you to spaces and stuff. No, I don't know if anybody else.
We're like his biggest fans. Like, if you go to these different channels, like people do not like him, but me and Bbandz, we're like, no, he's good. We're like your biggest supporters for real.
And he's
I don't know you. I never heard of you and never met you.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's besides the point. We can still support you.
Even
I don't need your support.
I'm a big fan of Jimmy the Otter.
I don't need you to
need
need
it. Force for support upon you.
I am the Al Qaeda of Cosmos. I am the suicide bomber of sadness and desperation in Cosmos. I am here to give the truth to all of you.
Jimmy.
Guys, no, he's an insult. He's an insult to Otters. Because Jimmy, I'm not being funny. You give Otters. No, you do. You give Otters a bad name. I've seen them. But when you give them the eggs,
seen them? Where,
dude, they live next to me, man. What you talking about? When I was in England, man, they're fucking down the road.
I don't think there are any otters in England, sir.
Dude, no, they're nice, inquisitive characters. They're not boisterous fucking plebs. Like they're nice, like little, like they put their little paw out for the egg, and like they'll peel it in front of you as long as you like crackhead, and they're fucking gas Otters, man. How fucking dare you? Like, what, Tank? He's called Tank. I expect him to be a tank. He delivers. He delivers on his moniker. You disguise yourself like a, what are you? You come in as a fucking Otter, right? But you're like, what are you? No, you might be like a bit of a fucking rat. I don't know. You know,
he's no Joe, that's for sure. He's no Joe and he's no Tank, I'll tell you that.
Nah,
but he's an otter.
Hey,
he's a nice otter.
How have you been, Jimmy? How you doing?
So good to see you, Jimmy.
All right, I gotta get back to work. I'm not getting shit done. I appreciate you guys.
I don't know
love
any
you
of you.
all,
I've never
even
met
Jimmy.
any of you. I've never tried to.
Then why the fuck are you here?
To talk a little bit about Cosmos and to give the truth. This is the most important layer out there. Everything's being built on Cosmos SDK. You guys got to understand that. And until you do, you'll never realize the true potential.
Jimmy, how are you doing? How are you doing today, buddy?
I don't know who you are.
How are you doing inside?
He's compounding on Binance. He's compounding on Binance, isn't he? Jimmy, did you compound? Did you restake the day on Binance or not?
3.5%.
Oh. Fucking
it's steady away. Stake though, so he's fine.
What about Jimmy?
I'm trying to follow Cosmos every day, but I find it hard.
Shut up. How are you doing though?
Horrible projects.
I don't know how you're doing as a person. How are you doing?
I was recently in a space where.
But how are you doing? Because you sound like you have been very missed.
SCI, and I'm not in favor of this type of layer. Not in favor at all.
Jimmy's asking about you. No, Jimmy.
How are you doing though? Is what I want.
This is how I'm doing. I just told you. I have been in different spaces, and I saw this one space, SCI, and I didn't.
But that doesn't explain.
No, but how are you feeling? How are you
I'm feeling bad about these new Cosmos changes.
Jimmy, how are you feeling?
Adding any value? That's how I feel. I'm feeling not good about these things.
Have you taken a good hot shower, or do you prefer cold showers?
He seems like a cold shower person. Like he would get out of bed like really pissed off, and he just fucking has to take a cold shower before he fucking gets online and starts fucking with everybody.
I want to know more about Jimmy. I want to know
I do like
Otter.
Jimmy.
I really do. I want to actually know more about Jimmy. I want to know.
I want to know more.
Do you use a canned shaving cream, or do you use?
I'm an Otter. I prefer. Why would I use shaving cream, sir?
You don't have enough facial hair. Is that?
I have plenty. Look at my PSP. Are you blind?
Come on.
Oh yeah, your PSP. You're this Otter persona. How are you? But seriously, how are you doing though, Jimmy?
I told you. I've been in different spaces today. I'm not impressed by these new
And I asked
Cosmos
about your
games.
activities. I said, how are you doing?
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing trying to spread Cosmos.
How are you feeling though inside about yourself?
Inside, disappointed by
since
the
our
new
last
game.
conversation. I want to know.
Man, Tank, nobody gives a fuck how Jimmy feels, man. Let's talk to Tender Joe. Tender Joe's here.
Not a big fan of Tender Joe, to be honest.
Man,
Tender Joe, how many spaces did we kick you out of?
You wouldn't be a fan. Your man, wait a minute, your man wouldn't be a fan, would he, the fucking cunt? What would you expect? Like, you invite someone up on the stage, you're like, oh, here's our friend, fucking Tender Joe, let's bring him into conversation. He's just, and then your man's like, well, I'm not a fucking fan of that fucking pleb. Mate,
Jimmy's not a fan of
so
anybody,
he knows how we feel. He knows how we feel.
I'm a fan of Thorchain. I like Thorchain.
All I gotta say is Jimmy is a sad fucking excuse for a jihadist. I know he says that he's a jihadist, but he's not. He's a fucking 4chan troll. He's not a jihadist. Jihadists have much more self-respect. Like, they at least blow themselves up. At the end of the day, Jimmy just keeps showing up. Like, not a good
Well, I haven't found Allah yet. I haven't found Allah.
Hey, Jimmy, press the button already on yourself. Press the button on yourself.
Allah, I'm telling you right now, we need to build Cosmos together, or we will not get into Jinnah, which is the same as.
Oh, we are all doing that. It seems to be you that's not contributing. But I'm just curious. I'll give you 30
You really
seconds.
think that all these new Cosmos chains are legitimate?
No.
Is that what I said? No, that's not what I said.
The only thing
Someone's gotta call them out.
not legitimate is your claim to be a jihadist.
Okay. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree there.
No, we don't have to agree to disagree with you.
I kind of like.
What's your favorite board, Jimmy? Jimmy, what's your favorite?
Hey, can I say something?
What's your favorite board on 4chan, Jimmy?
I have never visited such a website. I'm only here to seek the truth.
No. Your man Timmy come in and shut you fucking right up, didn't he? Your man Timmy come in and shut you fucking right up, you little pleb. Bbandz, did you have a question for
To be honest, Robo, I can't really understand half the words that you say. They don't really make sense when
in a sentence.
It's kind of
it seemed like a bunch of random words that you put together.
Dude, I asked Bbandz to speak to you. I've got a question for you. Pay attention, please, pleb. Bbandz, got a question for Jimmy?
It took too fucking long. I forgot already. Maybe later.
Because your man Timmy was fucking burning for being a jihadist. Jimmy, that's the first time I've ever heard you being called a jihadist. Like I kind of understand the sentiment and the theory behind your man's Tender Joe's thinking. How would you respond?
In Arabic, Jimmy bin Jihad.
So
can we just put this guy back in self-isolation again?
Okay, so
please?
Jimmy, I think it's kind of cool that you're hanging out with us and talking with us, and I think you like the attention, and I think that you should come around more often.
You can move on if you wish. It's up to you. You seem the one
but I
who
think you
likes
should
to
come.
direct your energy towards me.
Definitely
You
come
would
more
fucking
often,
interrupt
Jimmy.
people.
It's all right. That's just the way Jimmy is. So I hope you do come around more often, dude.
I'm around often, but I get kicked out often. It's hard to stay around.
And
Well,
I'll say this,
that's
I
on you,
tried.
Jimmy. Hold on. That's on you.
Right. Listen, I would never. Guys. I'm sorry I've muted everybody. I would never, ever in my life kick Jimmy out of a conversation. That's all I want everyone to know. Bbandz, I'm going to unmute everyone, and you're first.
Will.
Jimmy, listen. Wait. I'm not going to kick someone out. That's not the Racøøn way. Jimmy, shut half your fucking mouth. Fucking listen, son. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Your woman Bbandz wants to fucking highlight a fucking situation. I'm going to unmute everyone, Jimmy. Listen to your woman for a fucking change, will ya? Son. Bbandz, go ahead.
I mean, that's all I had to say. The end. I just hope you come around more often, Jimmy. That's all.
I hope you don't.
I just wish Jimmy would blow himself up. Just stay true to your word, bro. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, do you remember how when you first started joining MySpace, I gave you the Bbandz treatment? I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I let you talk. I kept you up on stage.
But why would you show those projects? The projects that you have on your spaces are horrible. So I go in and call them out. NFT shit projects.
You've never done that. Hold on, time out. One of the reasons I do go with projects on spaces so the community can feel them out. They can listen to their answers and decide if they think
I
they're
asked
legit or
questions.
not.
You kick me.
You
just
Jimmy,
want it
you
to be yourself and the project and a 30-40 minute chill. That's all it is.
Jimmy,
wait a minute. Timmy, shut up a minute. Wait. Am I picking up on the fact that your man Jimmy Otter is casting aspersions on your man fucking Tender Joe's constitution? Right? Jimmy, I'll tell you something. I've been in this eco for 2 years and I've seen a lot of stuff, right? A lot of fucking stuff. Probably a lot more than you have, right? But I don't know that. I might not have, right? I'm not going to declare that, but I've been balls deep for 2 years, right? I think you're out of order. I think you're out of order in regards to like there's a thing about giving people like airtime. Like we gave Loop airtime, right? But we asked the right questions. You know, Jimmy, sometimes you need to
fucking... finance is a scam too.
Get up. Well, yeah, I know, but Jimmy, you need to get up your
there, mate. But the point is that we gave them time so that we could ask the right questions, so the community could get on the same page and understand that there are still people out there. That
Don't give them a platform. Ask some basic questions. If it fails to meet the bullshit test, they kick them out.
Jimmy, the other thing is,
but it's not your space, Jimmy.
No, the other thing that can't be ignored here is, Jimmy, 95% of the times you've asked to come up on stage and done your little trolling act, it's just been a casual chat like this with the Cosmos community. You never asked to come up when there are actual speakers. You don't care.
Well,
don't act like you
people have known me to come up and ask real questions. And again, I was in the space Cosmos House.
Can you give me one reference?
Questions regarding tokenomics.
Jimmy, could you point me to one person?
This is not Cosmos House. This is another group. Stop harping on Cosmos.
Well, another one would be Promise Space. Been kicked out of his.
Wait, Jimmy. Could you give me the name of?
Don't you
Jimmy?
Your own spaces?
Hold on, Tank. I want to go to a specific one here, Jimmy.
This only fucking happens when this little fucking gerbil ferret comes into the fucking spaces. I told you not to fucking bring him up. This will be the first and last time the gerbil enters the space, and if he's back in here again, he's being ripped in half and shoved up.
Wait, Rarma, I'm trying.
Someone in the ecosystem's asshole that has initials. Never mind.
Wait, I'm trying. Wait, I'm gonna try. Wait. Right. Tender Joe, please address what you would like to say, and then Tank gonna go next, and then Bbandz gonna go next, right? Okay, Tender.
The little ferret left. No one kicked him. He just left.
No,
I'm good.
His feelings. Gotten his feelings.
I was just going to ask if he could point me to one of these people that say he asks really good questions. I would just like to see them, see if they're in the room with us now. But
hi. I do think he does ask good questions because I do go into a lot of his spaces, and yeah, maybe he's a troll about it, but he does ask really good questions. So I'm not going to sit here and hide behind that. But yes, I do think he does ask good questions.
Shout out you, Bbandz.
But guys, I was trying to keep the peace. Bbandz, was I trying to be nice? Was I trying to like?
You were doing great.
I think it was fine. I think Tank just couldn't handle it anymore. Tank was about to fucking pop.
Tank's got his hand up. Tank, hello, Tank. Hello, Tank.
Tank is always about to pop.
I was just trying to.
That's what I love about
literally
Tank.
was wanting to know like about his self-reflection and how he was feeling, but I agree. I'm like, okay, I always say this, and I've said it many times before. He can be very good when he wants to be, but he chooses not to. And for that reason, I'm going to ask you guys, I don't care what he says, whatever, he is not beneficial to the ecosystem at all. Stop entertaining him. Just stop entertaining him. The whole thing when he first got on here was, nobody lets me play ball. And that's the only reason why he goes off and does what he does. Guys, I'm just going to say it. I'm never going to entertain a conversation. And I'll not that it matters, but I'll probably just leave because I'm just done. I
think we're just doing it for entertainment, Tank. We're not really taking it too serious, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Yeah, but if somebody else is walking space and hear that.
Yeah, but I know, and I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, but at the same time, we're all adults, and we can kind of decide whether or not we want to entertain somebody. You know, if we don't, then fuck him. He can leave. But if the moment strikes, I think sometimes we just go into moods.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm going to entertain Jimmy every time, all the time, because that's what you need to do to show that, like, either like you're a level above, or that someone hasn't got the like intellect to be able to like keep up. I do understand this. Like, get rid of the cunt, but like you can't. For several reasons. I mean,
no, we certainly can, and I fucking will. If I'm co-host on any space that he's on, he's gone. No, he's had more than enough opportunities, and any space that he ever enters turns to dog shit like this, where all people do is talk for the next 40 minutes about how much he's a fucking idiot and he doesn't deserve the airtime.
And he's probably listening right now on a non-signed-in account, just loving the fact that he's getting so much airtime.
Fine, right? Like it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the effort. He's a fucking gerbil, and he doesn't deserve it.
Let's change the subject. Wait,
are Otter gerbils?
By the way, the proposal has passed. The Osmosis proposal to pay the admin guys $1 million.
Son will be happy. Son will be absolutely
because of that stupid. Well, hold on. Let me go see what it looks like now. But did it pass because of the dumb way we handle abstain votes?
Yeah, so 41% abstain.
Look at that. 38% votes yes, and yet it goes through.
41. Wait a minute. 41% abstain. Rarma.
Oh wait, no. Voting until tomorrow. Wait, who said it passed?
What?
They did.
Are you bringing back
like 41%?
No, I'm just saying it's about to pass. Sorry, it's about to pass.
Yeah,
that's the way it's going.
Yeah,
it's gonna pass. It'll pass. And the reason is because people are pussies and they don't want to vote no and get a rebuttal from Reverie. They would rather just abstain than make them actually have to come back and justify their.
Or maybe they don't have enough votes to sway it. Maybe
I trust Sonny.
Wait, Timmy.
Yeah, go.
You
Go
know,
for it.
they've all got their fucking they've all got Sonny's dick in their mouth. Whatever's happening, anything to do osmosis, Sonny's behind the entire thing. Like, if anyone wants to talk about osmosis, nothing happens without your man say so. And I don't know if that was what the Kajura order books were about today. I'm not too sure, but hey, good luck. How much do they want? How much is this total from the community fund, or I don't even fucking know.
About $1 million over the next year, $1 million in USDC and Osmo.
And are they working for it, Timmy? Are they putting in 12-hour days or what? Nah, how the fuck?
I think they're working for something. Probably not $1 million a year.
Tank's gonna come in here. Hello, Tank. You got your hand up.
Hey guys, yeah, I want to. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep bringing this up, but it does tie to the effort for the whole entire Cosmos ecosystem. It's one of the most important things in my heart, and I please vote for the prop that I put up on Juno. It is much more than Juno. It is everything that we've been dealing with, and this is the reason why the community needs to be heard. It has so much more time if the community shows the sentiment that they want to work from inside and change things, but it will not happen unless people are courageous, step up to the plate, and are willing to help contribute. The details of this, if it does show that more people than not are interested, can be very much hashed out after the 7 days. It's less than that now. I promise you guys, if the community steps up to the plate, there's been 600 and something people that looked at this Spirit of Juno proposal, 600 something plus people. There's only been 40 something votes on this, and there's probably less people engaged in the comments. This is the same thing that happened just now from people abstaining with osmosis. We need to show that we actually want better. We truly show that we want better by our actions within the greater ecosystem, not just Juno, not just osmosis, but from within. Juno's just positioned right now to actually be the example. And we need to fucking nip this shit in the bud earlier on and figure all this shit out. I know there's a lot of stuff. It wasn't an oversight. I put it up there because it was an urgent matter. And if we just let it go, the higher ups, the circles, the entities, the people that are taking advantage of us as a whole are just going to continue to do so. We need to come to the table. I'm trying to work. Guys, please take a moment if you have it. I know a lot of you guys said you guys have. Comment on it. Don't just vote. Comment. Spread it. Share it. I'm going to be honest. I've not seen any of you guys share it. None of you guys have shared it on your guys' stuff. But you guys all agree with me. I'm going to be real. None of you guys have all agreed, but nobody shared it.
Tank, I have not agreed to anything. And I'm not trying to say anything.
You said in your comments before that you agree that all of these problems are there. You said just now with the recent things that we're talking about.
But doesn't mean that I have to. I feel like, hold on. Can I just say something real quick? I feel like you put us in a corner, that we have to share it. We have to share it. We have to.
No, you don't have to do anything.
But that's what I feel like you're doing. You don't have to do
anything, but actions.
And then you're putting us in a corner and saying
we can't say one thing off the side of our mouth and then expect things to change if we don't take action. So actions do. I'm not trying to paint you guys in the corner. This is the fucking truth. It's the truth. I don't care if it's me.
I'm with Tank on this one.
But it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad, put you guys in a corner. Don't do it. If you guys don't want it, don't do it. But I'm being real about it. We can't sit there and complain about all of this shit unless we take action.
I'm with Tank on this one just because I think what you're getting at is not that anyone is obligated to do anything, but if you voice support for something, you should back that up with actions. That's sort of where you're coming from, right, Tank?
I agree with that. So the people that haven't said anything, we're not held. We're just kind of keeping our comments to ourselves.
My point. Wait a minute.
So reset. Just like osmosis.
Reset. No. Reset a minute. Tender Joe. I had this 2 days ago, right? It would have been Wednesday, yeah? We did the For the Culture date, I'm sure, and I remembered Tank waking up and I was talking to him, and I wasn't very fit, mentally, physically. It was at the end of a very long day and a long night, right? I think, to me, as a good friend, one-on-one, mano a mano, speaking here, this proposal should have like come from an organization. I understand if like Spark IBC like couldn't do it. I just think in this instance, in hindsight, that we needed to take the individual, and I do apologize, Tank, for like talking in the third person, blah, blah, right? I'm just talking to Timmy direct. I think we needed to take out like any first person, sorry, and to deal with it like from a, because I'm telling you now, Timmy, listen, I think, and I know, if Spark IBC, and you might not have been able to, if Spark IBC had like put this forward, the Racøøn community like could have probably been able to like co-sponsor it, or like I think Tank, and it pains me to say this, like at some stage, like you probably weren't given the right advice about. I said yesterday about you sticking your head above the trench, and there was no need for that. We could have stuck our head above the trench as a collective, and Raccoons could have done that. It didn't have to be Spark. I'm excited because I know like Timmy's behind the proposal, and I'm in agreement. Like I'm in agreement in the spirit of it, which is the spirit of June, all right, which is what we're talking about, yeah. There's like Rarma said, Joe Rarma, there's many things to hash out, but the concept, the very concept, the heart, the spirit of it is bang on the money. All the community is fucking pissed off seeing the same people make the same decisions for the same group of people, blah, 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 again and again. We all get that that's what's going on. But this, and we're going to learn, aren't we? We're going to learn from this. The proposition, or if there's any resistance to it now, I mean, I got pissed off yesterday on Commonwealth, and I was like, I can't read these fucking comments anymore. If, like, you don't put the individual on the line, if it's a collective, there's never going to be, like, any, like, resistance or individual targeting, or you wouldn't have seen Gritz's comments, blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying Racøøn would have sponsored this. I might be talking shit, Timmy, and I know Spark IBC might not have been able to be the ones to kick off this. Maybe in the future we need something to, an organisation that is like doing this and causing havoc. But do you know what I mean, Timmy? Like a little bit, Tank sacrificed himself, like, and I just feel like there's a lot of shit coming on him, dude. I feel sorry for Tank right now. Like he shouldn't be coping with this when he's trying to do such a nice thing to me. Sorry.
No, so I guess two things. I haven't done as good a job as I would have liked to echoing Tank stuff. So, like, definitely will take sort of responsibility for that, and will step it up on that regard, because I do really believe in this. But I think Spark is going to be involved to an extent. I think part of the plan was to raise money for the deposit, like the, 1,000 Juno for a proposal. We were going to do a Spark campaign. And then Spark was going to take that money and put the proposal up on behalf of Tank and the community. So we are behind it for sure. We just haven't done a very good job fostering discussion on the Commonwealth side of things.
Right. Okay. Listen. Did it right. Before Tank comes up, has this taken a martyr approach? And I know Gaines has had his hand up for a long time. I feel like, in my heart, Tank's had to be the martyr that's had to get this conversation going, because we've already had like the growth sub there, blah, 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 right? Very little like mainstream community engagement. The comms DAO's up, right? I don't know who to go to first. There's three people. I just think, Tank's not a martyr. He's a very strong individual. In this instance, he has been. And therefore, I feel like whether we agree or not, we still need to rally behind the man and salute him for his like decision-making process and like what he's done and putting his neck on the line. Whatever happens in the long run, I think we need to like congregate like and just say like fair enough. Gaines, come on, join in. Gaines is waiting to speak.
Hey guys, so I just replied to that Commonwealth proposal, and I didn't even have to outline the certain points that Tank was trying to make. What I outlined was belittling comments that I've seen on that proposal. It's pretty pretty shameful to see that these top dudes, and I'm saying top dudes because I don't want to name, right? I don't want to put people's names out there, but the same folks that are on the same multi-sigs everywhere in the fucking IBC community are belittling Tank in such a horrible way that if people are reading these proposals, do you think that they're going to want to even attempt to make a proposal themselves on Commonwealth? Probably not. They're probably not going to have the courage.
It's disgusting, Gaines. It's disgusting. What you're saying right now is fucking disgusting.
It's disgusting, and it's like the same kind of fucking thing that we're gonna see on Juno that is happening in Cosmos, that is happening on Osmosis, if we continue to let it happen. So for real, guys, it doesn't take that much time to just put a comment up there, vote. But I'm just trying to tell you guys, encourage that we get this done now rather sooner. I mean, before it's too late, right? Before it's too late and things just get out of control, and the people that have the higher say on all these sub-DAOs just continue to do the same exact thing over and over.
Wait a minute, though. At the end of the...
And actually, can I just add to that? Because I echo that so much, like, Gaines. That was so well put. And also kind of build off of part of Robo's question about, like, Spark getting involved. Spark's pretty small at this point, honestly. But, like, I think we have a really big problem with our governance system if an organization like Spark or one bigger has to get involved just for a proposal to have any chance of passing, right? Like, I think that's an issue. That's all I have. I didn't want to cut in too much. People have their hands up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Let Bbandz go first.
Yeah.
Can I? Is my turn yet?
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, go ahead, Bbandz. I want to hear you guys.
Tank, I do support you. I believe in you. I believe, obviously, I spent hours and hours and hours hanging out in your spaces and listening to things, and even hanging out in your Discord, and we're all just chatting and stuff. I just want to make that clear. And second, to be honest, the reason I haven't commented or been involved, and this is my personal opinion, is I felt like your name was the only name that was put on this council list. And I'm not trying to be, I have trust issues with everybody on the entire universe. I can't. So I think, why wasn't there more people involved in the curating of this proposal? And why isn't there more names saying that they're going to be part of this council? So essentially, my thing is, that's, all of a sudden we're saying, okay, we're just going to, go and do this proposal with Tank's name only on it. I would have liked to see more of a conglomerate, more seeing all these people that are saying we support, saying let's make this proposal, 1, sound amazing, 2, have more names than one person's name on it, and 3, then I bet you that shit would be flying everywhere, all over the cosmos. So that's just how I feel. And I understand what you're trying to accomplish. I understand the spirit of Juno, but in my opinion, there's also a way of doing things, and I think that there's enough brains in the area and in this group that could have all gotten together and put something together. So that's all I have to say on that. I didn't want to seem like I was coming after you, Tank, or anything. I just feel like sometimes I want to keep my comments to myself because I don't want anybody to get mad with me.
Fair. Did you read the proposal?
Yes, I read the proposal. That's why I was asking if it was a hedge fund.
Right above where it says the managing members are still to be determined via the community feedback and nominations. The reason why it's left there is because there should proposal, be and I want the community to actually nominate those things. I put my name on it because it's my proposal.
Yeah, can I think this is one of those cases. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. I think you guys are both right. Because Bbandz, I think if he had put a bunch of names on there.
Thanks for checking out another episode of The Ether. That was part 2 of the 2-part RAC FM Cosmos Space's official launch party, the Honorary Council, recorded on Friday, November 18th, 2022. For TerraSpaces.org, I'm Finn. Thanks for listening. And if you want to keep listening, head on over to TerraSpaces.org/donate and show some support. Now with Spark IBC enabled.
Put your hands up like you got a couple questions. Ain't no misdirection, just a bunch of flexing. All aggressive, insane from all directions. Smoke rolls in when I start a session. Blank canvas, blaze up the handlers. Rocking back and forth like I got the van stuck. Don't grind the clutch, mind your hush. Put your mask on and don't touch the antlers. Feeling untouchable when I'm on the verse, but in the universe I'm just writing some words, enticing these nerds while I'm laying out my memoirs. Like, remember when I had to fight the centaur? I'm a book nerd, let me take you on the journey. Lost in the labyrinth, searching out the lost fern. For certain got the taxes included. Acting like a writer, never felt secluded. Get into the shit and line them up. Just another fixed game of try my luck. Go lighten up, dog, it could always be worse. Unless you're in the back of a hearse, then you're dead or putting in new speakers. It's a toss-up, driver or just tweakers. Don't stress, yo, I've done the research. Living life like a bunch of fucking lemurs. It's a remake, off the cutting floor we take a little bit of poison and put it in the cheesecake. Tastes great, less filling, less stress, more killing. As he blew the cornerstone out the building and the blocks came tumbling down, all humble. Feels like we're drowning in a little puddle. Rebuttal, I should be taking off in the shuttle, getting high in space with the Hubble.
TerraSpaces.